Israel and Gaza, two regions intertwined by a long and complex history. Today we see ongoing tensions and violence between these two areas, but could this conflict have a deeper prophetic meaning? Many believe the roots of this conflict stretch far beyond politics, reaching into ancient biblical prophecies. Today, we explore how the Bible may offer insights into why Israel and Gaza are locked in such a deep struggle. To understand the prophetic connection, we must first look back in time. Thousands of years ago, the Philistines, an ancient people, occupied the coastal region where modern-day Gaza is situated. The Israelites, God's chosen people, were in constant conflict with the Philistines. The Bible recounts numerous battles, with the Philistines often portrayed as the enemies of the Israelites. One of the most famous stories is that of David and Goliath. In the first book of Samuel, a young David defeats the Philistine giant Goliath, marking a pivotal moment in Israel's history. But the Philistines didn't disappear after Goliath was defeated. They remained a persistent adversary, and their presence in the region continued for centuries. Fast forward to the prophetic writings of the Old Testament. In the book of Ezekiel, we find a powerful prophecy regarding the Philistines. Ezekiel 25:15. 17 speaks of judgment coming upon them for their historical hostility toward Israel. This is what the sovereign Lord says: because the Philistines acted in vengeance and took revenge with malice in their hearts, and with ancient hostility sought to destroy Judah, therefore this is what the sovereign Lord says: I am about to stretch out my hand against the Philistines. I will destroy the remnant of the coastland. These verses speak of God's judgment on the Philistines for their ancient hostility against Israel. Many biblical scholars believe that this prophecy isn't just about a specific historical event, but rather a vision of future judgment. Some see this as relevant to the modern-day Gaza Strip, where the descendants of the Philistines still live. In modern times, Gaza remains a place of deep conflict. It is home to millions of Palestinians, and for decades, Israel and Gaza have been locked in violent confrontations. Hamas, a Palestinian militant organization, controls the Gaza Strip and has often clashed with Israel over territorial disputes, political control, and religious significance. For some, the ongoing tension between Israel and Gaza is seen as a continuation of the ancient struggle between the Israelites and the Philistines. While the modern people living in Gaza are not directly descended from the ancient Philistines, many view the region as carrying the legacy of those ancient hostilities. Some believe that the prophecies of the Bible, including those in Ezekiel, offer insight into the modern conflict. Many Christians, Jews, and even some Muslims view the events happening in the Middle East as part of a divine plan, a fulfillment of ancient prophecies. They believe that the struggles between Israel and Gaza are not just political, but spiritual, part of a greater narrative that will ultimately lead to the fulfillment of God's promises. While not everyone shares this view, for those who do, the conflict may be seen as a step toward an eventual resolution predicted in the scriptures. The Bible speaks of a time when peace will come to Jerusalem, when the nations will no longer wage war, and God's justice will prevail. Despite the heavy weight of history and prophecy, the future is not set in stone. The pursuit of peace continues in the region, with countless efforts from both sides and from the international community working toward a resolution. While the road to peace is long and fraught with challenges, many hold out hope that the cycle of violence can one day end. Whether or not one believes in the prophetic interpretations of these events, it is clear that the people of Israel and Gaza are part of a shared history that spans millennia. The struggle continues, but the hope for peace remains, a hope echoed in both ancient prophecies and the hearts of many around the world. Thank you for joining us as we explored the biblical prophecy surrounding the conflict between Israel and Gaza. If you found this video insightful, please like, comment, and subscribe. We'd love to hear your thoughts on how prophecy relates to the modern world. Do you see a connection, or do you think this is just history repeating itself? Share your opinion in the comments below.